All right, good afternoon, everybody. It is that time. It's 7:30 on Tuesday. We're here for Tuesday Talk. Tonight, an interesting topic. It's probably continuation of last Tuesday Talk. And so I'm going to invite you in. Come on into the room. Hopefully, we're going to jump on. We're going to go through some um, interesting discussions, and then we'll be out. We'll be finished. So come on in, as the song would say, come on in the room. Come on into the room. Once you're here, let me know that you're here. We're going to discuss, like I said, something that I find interesting. I think you will too. It's a continuation. Last Tuesday talk, we talked about conflict and conflict resolution, how we resolve issues when they do come up, because one thing we do know is that there will be issues, problems will come up, we will not always agree. Just like one thing that is constant in life is that things are always changing. Another thing that's constant and that we can almost guarantee is that we're not going to always agree. We're not going to always get along. So I'm talking about conflict and communication with regards to conflict. That's the real topic, communication. We're going to talk about talking. We're going to talk about the need to talk. We're going to talk about what happens when we talk and the different ways that we can talk and what we do when we're able to talk and what we can work out when we simply take the time to talk, how important it is to talk. So that's what we're going to deal with tonight. That's what we're talking about tonight. We're going to talk about talking. So now, as I am looking at going live, looking at who's in the room, I'm going to try a new feature tonight, something I haven't done before. And in order to do that, I am looking for my list, the list of people that are on live, the people that are on here with me. I see that there are a number of you already in, and I appreciate your presence. As we go through tonight's segment, I do want to also bring in some of you to enable you to share, enable you to also be a part of the discussion. And in doing so, I'm going to open up the window so that you can also take the handle and join me in the talk today. So let's see. Gonna give a minute or two for people to jump on, for people to jump on the line. I know that it is, for some, this is considered midweek. It's Tuesday, but our week has already gotten started. For some of you, it's been a busy week. I know it's been somewhat of a busy week for me. And maybe it's been a busy week for you also. So I see you, Johnny Macon. I see that a couple of people are already here on the line. I am trying to make sure that you can actually see and hear. So, all right, I see you making turn my mic up. So let me do that. I want to make sure that y'all can hear me. Make sure that y'all can hear me well. So I just increased the volume on my mic. What's been good with you, Macon? Everything good? You had a good day? So I'm seeing on my end, at least, from what I'm able to see, is I'm able to see there are some capabilities on the mobile live feature that are not capable, that are not enabled on the laptop. I'm on my laptop, but I'm also looking at it on my phone just to kind of see um, how I can plug in and patch in and bring in one of the people that I wanted to share and open up tonight. So, all right, I'll figure that out when we actually jump on and get started. But nonetheless, I want to open up with a segue from last week. Last week, or not last week, but the last Tuesday talk, which was 2 weeks ago, talked about conflict and resolution, talked about the fact that a lot of conflict leads to convicts because we don't ever resolve or work out that conflict. We fail to manage the conflict and do so in an amicable way so that everybody gets to live another day and we do not necessarily have to deal with people who are convicts as a result. So tonight what I want to talk about is one of those avenues that helps us, that enables us to avoid becoming convicts just because we are in the midst of a conflict. That is our ability to communicate. We all have the ability to communicate. Sometimes we shy away from the need to communicate, but it is probably one of our most powerful weapons, probably one of our most powerful tools. And so we have to communicate. Hey, sis Brenda, it's good to see you. That's one of my big sisters. Good to see you, Wanda, Ursula. Thank y'all for joining. So I want to jump in and go ahead and talk about communication on some level tonight and what communication involves, what it includes, why it's important, and even why it matters. So let me ask a question first. Have you ever left a conversation feeling like you wish you had said something? Like there are so many things in your head that now that that conversation is over, you're saying, I should have said this and I should have said that. I should have. Or there are a bunch of things that you have inside your mind, but you were not able to articulate them. You were not able to verbalize them. You were not able to speak them. Perhaps you've had that experience where after a conversation is over, or after the discussion has ended, or even after an argument, you're saying, I should have said, what I should have told him was this, or I wish I would have told him da, 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 da. Or if I was able to think in the midst of that heated discussion, I would have told them X, Y, and Z. Have you ever felt a little bit of anxiety about talking to someone, knowing this conversation is coming up? It's necessary for me to speak to somebody. It's necessary for me to have a discussion, and I'm a little nervous about it. I'm feeling awkward about it. Or I got to speak publicly. Maybe you're at work and you got to present something either to leadership, to management, to your coworkers, to your colleagues. You got to speak, publicly. For some people, public speaking is something that they just don't do. They're not comfortable with it. And given the opportunity, they're going to avoid public speaking. Communication apprehension is real. It's something that happens, and it happens for lots of reasons. Anytime you leave a conversation knowing you did not say what you wanted to say, or you did not say what you needed to say, or what should have been said, or you've been nervous or anxious about needing to speak or needing to communicate, you have just experienced something called communication apprehension. You are apprehensive about communicating, about speaking. Now, for some people, this is personality driven. For other people, this is situational. Depends on the situation, depends on the subject matter, depends on what's going on, depends on the dynamic, depends on who's present, depends on who the audience is. But then there are other times where it is just, again, like I said, personality, that you are not the type to speak up or to speak out. You would probably rather write a note, or you'd probably send a letter, or you'd rather be that one to just keep it to yourself. Maybe you'll tell someone that you're close to or someone that you're comfortable with and rely on them to forward or pass your message on. But for you to actually be the one to speak up and speak out, it's not going to happen. Sometimes we are in that position. Regardless of when it happens and why it happens, we are experiencing that phenomenon called communication apprehension. You got to find your way around that. So now I see my friend Ankram is on the line. Now, Ankram, you shared with me earlier today how to do this. And for some reason, I don't know, I think my phone must be bootleg because I'm not seeing it. Okay, hold on. I see that I waved at you, and I see that I waved at you, but I'm trying to actually bring my friend, I'm trying to bring in so that he can also co host, be a facilitator with me, is Ankrum, the Reverend Anthony Ankrum. And I'm trying to bring my good buddy in on this conversation because he has a lot to say about communication also. And we always work together, we team up and partner. And so I wanted to bring Ankrum in on this conversation. So, help me again, Ankrum. What do I need to do to bring you in? I'm on my laptop. I also have my phone up. I'm looking at the list of people, but on my bootleg phone, it's not allowing me to see that list, even as I tap on your name. Can you do it from your end, Ankrum? While Ankrum helps me figure out how to bring him into this, because we did it today and it worked. If I can't do it, then it's this important to me. I'm gonna drop this line and we're gonna start it back up, and hopefully y'all will join us right back. But let me see if Ankrum can get it figured out for me, and if we can't, we're gonna drop this line and come right back, and hopefully y'all will come right back if that is necessary. Meanwhile, Macon is saying all the time, we all have that reflect back on a conversation I had with someone and felt some kind of way, wondering, did I say the wrong thing? Most of the time, it comes from a not listening properly and also from a place of arrogance. I agree with you 100%. We've all had that experience where we leave a conversation feeling like I should have said something. I wish I would have said something. I should have said this. I should have said that. Okay, so Ankrum trying to help me. When I came up, it should have gave an option to add me. All right, so let me go back to where it says Ankrum is watching. Ah, man, I'm not seeing it. My phone is bootleg. When I click on you, I see like your comment, block, delete, or pin the comment, which I actually want you, I want to add you. I don't know why I'm not seeing it. Okay, let me see if there are other options. I don't see that either. All right, so hold on one quick second. Um, Hold on, guys, because I want y'all to be able to talk with Ankrum too. All right, so all right, I'm gonna tap your name, and every time I tap your name, the only thing that comes up is block, delete, or pin your comment. So I'm not liking this. It's not being nice to me. All right, so let me try it on here. Navigate. No, I don't want to end. Hold on, y'all. Thank y'all for being patient. And let me see if it's going to let me do this. All right, y'all know me and Facebook in terms of how um how savvy I am with the capabilities in Facebook. It's not happening for me. I'm not able to do it. So, Ankrum, I want you on this line. So, Facebook friends, I see that there are a number of you here. I'm gonna drop it. Ankrum, start it like you did for me today. When Ankrum goes live, he's going to patch me in and we'll be back. I'm trusting that all y'all going to come right back because we're talking about talking. It's very important. So hang tight. We're going to drop this line. Ankrum, can you start it up for me? All right. So we're going to drop this. Ankrum going to pick me up. And when he picks me up, we're going to be right back. Y'all come on my page or Ankrum page to join this live once we connect. All right, guys? All right. Here we go.